from Dover Downs International Speedway in Dover, Delaware. We welcome you to the 15th annual Delaware 500, featuring NASCAR's top Grand National drivers.
We are moments away from the green flag. Harold Kender will drop it here at Dover, Delaware. Bill Elliott is on the pole. Terry Labonte in car number 44 is on the outside. And the big question here early, Dick, is will Bill run away with this race? As you see the pace car moving down pit road, and Harold set for the green flag, and here they come. They stand on the throttle, wind through the gearbox, and it's Elliott on the inside as they hit into turn one, and Elliott is going to take the lead. Labonte runs second. What is Bill going to do here early? Is he going to try to show that strength again here on the first couple of laps?
Well, I don't know. He's got something to prove, you know, from what he did in Darlington a couple weeks ago. So I don't know if he's going to run away or not, but I think he's going to try his best.
Well, look at this. On the first lap, Elliott is out to a 5-car length lead. It's Labonte and Bodine trying to run him down as they finish one lap now, and Bill Elliott has moved out to a 5-car length lead as you see the rest of the field fighting through the first turn here in Dover, Delaware. It is a tough track to drive, but Elliott early on seems to have the muscle. There's Neil Bonnet on the inside of Harry Gant, Ron Bouchard. That is a battle for fourth place right there, and looks like Neil Bonnet in the Budweiser Chevrolet has some muscle, and he's going to try to move up on Labonte and Bodine, who are running second and third. But your leader is Bill Elliott.
Yeah, I made the comment earlier in the race that the groove is in the bottom of the racetrack, and you can see what Ricky Rudd did just a minute ago as he drove up right up underneath him, right up on the bottom, and I think that's going to be I think that's the way the race is going to be today.
Well, Harry Gant's just lost a couple of positions, as you see. Neil Bonnet, Ricky Rudd, and Ron Bouchard have all passed him, but everybody's trying to chase down awesome Bill Elliott, who looks pretty awesome here in the first couple of laps at Dover. We mentioned he lapped the field in the spring race. He runs like this, he may do it again today, but for the sake of the fans, let's hope not.
Well, I don't know. I think that Elliott's got something to prove after what they did the other day, but I don't think he's going to run away with it.
Here's the battle for second. You see Jeff Bodine trying to go down low and inside of Terry Labonte. They're running awfully close, nose to tail. It's Labonte, Bodine, and
Terry cut him off pretty hard.
He really did.
About drove him down on the apron.
Well, Terry Labonte's got something to prove, too. His crew chief, Dale Inman, has left. You've probably heard the stories. He's going over to the Richard Petty team for next year. They've got a new crew chief for this race. And so it's really something special for Terry Labonte to do well.
I'll tell you, that's some awful good racing right there, though. It's a shame that Bill don't get back in there and race with him.
That's the battle for
he's missing a lot of good races.
The battle for 6th and 7th. You saw Dale Earnhardt there and Ronnie Bouchard, and they're pretty much in single file here early at Dover. We will mention that this is a long race for the drivers and a long day, and you see the distance there between Elliott and the second place car, which is Terry Labonte.
Yeah, he's, you know, they've just been a master all year at it getting right somewhere during the race and just running away with it. And it's it started early today, all right. I don't know, though. You know that this is a long, long race. They got a long ways to go. You see Bodine finally got him down on the bottom, and they'll just freight train him.
Well, Jeff Bodine looks like he's going to take second place away now from Terry Labonte as Labonte gets caught high on the racetrack on the outside. Now Neil Bonnet wants down low. He wants a piece of Terry as well. He wants third place away from Terry Labonte, and he's going to get it. Ricky Rudd will try to come along with him. This is some good, tight racing here at Dover early in the race. Jeff Bodine is in second place, as you see. Neil Bonnet has moved up into third. Terry Labonte has slipped back into fourth, but he's about to lose that to the Motorcraft Ford of Ricky Rudd. And Ron Bouchard in car 47 is right behind him.
Yeah, Bouchard and Earnhardt both are really, really hooked up. I seen just a little bit of smoke off of Dale Earnhardt's car off the right front just a few minutes ago. That's not going to be good here at this track, the way the track is now. The sealer and stuff that they've got on the racetrack is pretty well worn off, and they're going to have a hard time today.
There's your leader, Bill Elliott. He was on the pole with a new track record, and Bill Elliott has stormed his way to the front and now begins to lap some of the back markers.
Looks like he's driving on a Sunday afternoon going to church. You know, he's sure got it hooked up. I'll tell you, they've done a great job this year, and they've done it again today.
Let's take a look now at the way the leaders stand on the racetrack. Elliott, Bodine, Bonnet, Earnhardt, and Gant. Jeff Bodine has been chasing leaders all season long. He just hadn't been able to finish races this year, but the car has really run good.
They've really had a lot of bad luck there. I think they led most all the races, one of the Poconos, and they've sat on a pole 2 or 3 times, and they just can't seem to make it stay together all day, or they have a problem somewhere during the day. Harry Gant's the one that's tough, though. He just he's got Earnhardt, got all 4 tires smoking, and he still blew him by.
Harry Gant's now taking over 4th position. That puts Earnhardt back in 5th. And there's some other cars. Look at this as they come into turn 1. Rudd, Earnhardt, and Bouchard all got together, and that's got to be a little scary inside that car.
That's an awful good way to have some fun on a Sunday afternoon. I'll tell you, especially if you're Bouchard, he would look like he was swatting flies in there.
Well, Dale Earnhardt came out the best of the deal. He is running right now in the 4th position, and then it's Rudd, and then it's Bouchard, and they're all chasing this guy, Bill Elliott. I guess when you're racing back in the pack, the leader just kind of pulls away a little bit more. He's not racing anybody right now.
Well, they did that. That's for sure. But we've seen something right there that came so close to getting Earnhardt in an awful lot of trouble. Bouchard was just inches and inches away from his corner, and already had him out of shape.
Now you see them lapping around the Broadway Motors car of Jimmy Means. And Ricky Rudd in the Motorcraft Ford has now taken over 4th place. Dale Earnhardt is 5th. Ron Bouchard is 6th. Let's go back now and look at those 3 cars coming into turn 4 a lap ago. Oh, it was close to Crooks.
Well, I think you can see as Harry Gant went underneath Dale Earnhardt's car, Dale went up high, chasing him in the corner, and that gave Rudd and Bouchard a chance to get down together, and they like to have done it. They like to took Earnhardt out, too.
Well, Ricky Rudd's car really has some sheet metal damage on it, but all 3 cars are out there running well right now. Some smoke coming out of Rusty Wallace's car, maybe just tire smoke. In the pits now, that's Dale Earnhardt.
That may be a scheduled stop. It's a little bit early, though. I wouldn't think they would be in quite yet. They may have had a little vibration or something wrong. They just wanted to check it over.
Well, we'll check that out for you. Now, look at this. This is Bill Elliott putting Darrell Waltrip a lap down under the green. Waltrip's car not handling well at all, and Bill Elliott has just put Darrell Waltrip in car number 11 a lap down, and that's got to be frustrating for Darrell this early in the race.
Makes it awful tough when there's not a caution flag, because something like that happens. Now, those cars run Darrell down. I know he can run better than that if he can just get in and get a little chassis adjustment or get something done, get the tires changed and such. And with the point race as tight as it is, you know Darrell's humping.
We understand, Dick Brooks, that Dale Earnhardt's pit stop was not a scheduled stop. Some problems with the tires. Let's go down now and find out what the problem was from Mark Garrow. Mark?
One of the first front runners to have trouble today was Dale Earnhardt. Just moments ago, he had to make an unscheduled pit stop, and here's the reason why. The chassis on his Wrangler Chevrolet was set up so poorly that it blistered the tire right off the car. You can see the rubber hanging out here and the cord of the tire. Obviously, this car was not handling very well, and it just ripped the rubber right off the tire, and that's the reason Dale Earnhardt now finds himself at least 2 laps down and basically out of contention today.
Now Elliott climbs up on Terry Labonte. Possibly Labonte could go a lap down. If he does, there will be only 6 cars left on the lead lap. There are 7 right now, but Labonte's in danger of getting knocked off, and he is as Elliott goes down low and on the backstretch gets his nose out in front. Look at Labonte fighting hard to stay ahead of Bill Elliott.
Well, they all are. They're trying to keep that lap up. They need a caution flag bad. Elliott got hooked up so well that if this thing continues on without a caution flag, by the end of the race, Elliott's going to be halfway back to Georgia, and the rest of them are still going to be in Delaware.
Oh, it's not much fun for anybody out there right now other than the driver of car number 9 and who else? He dominated in the spring. Now in the pits, that is Greg Sachs in the Dygard Miller American car.
There's Richard again. You know, he just keeps fighting. Well, you got to give that man a credit for what's happened in the Winston Cup circuit and what he's done for SDP and all those people. It's an amazing thing. His whole story, and he's really fighting hard. This is a long, hard race for somebody like that.
Well, Richard says he is excited to be out here, and he'll be back even stronger next year. But he's thinking about today right now. Whoa, and there was trouble up in turn 4. Buddy Baker really tagged the wall. Look at the damage on the right side of that car. And caution is out here at Dover, and everybody is headed down pit road to get some adjustments on their machines. And this could make the Delaware 500 a race again.